hello everybody. We have another live coaching session today with GitBend. This is going to be Diamond 1 and support. So what are we working on?
I'd say my biggest problem in this game was my mental, because we had two dive tanks and I felt exposed all the time. I also felt that I had no agency. I could only heal and do nothing more. I couldn't use my utility, I couldn't use my damage, I couldn't stop my healing to reposition myself better, get into a greater position, maybe high ground. I found it impossible this game.
Okay.
So I would like to know what was my mistake and what would be a good time to do all those things that I just said.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Let's see what we got. You can see and hear everything fine on Discord?
Yes.
Okay, good. Nice. Very unorthodox team comp.
Yes. I started to get nervous at this point.
Yeah. You're down 2. You should back up here. So I think you're fine. So this is a really long game, so we're going to try to find some long, overarching kind of problems. Okay, so let's see. Let's look around for a second. Little bit late there.
Yeah.
A little bit late. We could have saved Deadpool, but So, one thing I want to say so far is with your utility with Invis, a lot of it comes from your pull. And I see that you are trying to pull people, but it seems more of like, I know I'm supposed to pull, so I'm going to pull somebody, instead of I see an opportunity to pull and get a kill, so I'm going to follow through with that. Does that feel accurate to how you think about it?
Yes, I do, because I focus on using it to give my team some space, make the others back up. I didn't use it in this situation to get someone out of position.
Okay.
I'm aware of that. I saw it just now.
Goodness.
I think this moment is starting to influence me, that I cannot let go of left click, because
Yeah.
I'm constantly seeing them half health. And
I like
criticals,
that.
and
I do like that you repositioned, because it seemed like earlier you were over here and you couldn't keep everybody in your sight, and so you're trying to be active and reposition. I like the idea there. I think that's good.
I also noticed a significant problem at this point, that the enemy in this is getting her ult so much quicker than me, because of her comp, because she has
Yeah.
two frontliners. while I'm struggling to use my piercing to get my gold stacks.
Yeah. Oh, nice attempt with the shield. Getting a little bit late. Oh, hey. Risky not to ult there, but it works out, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, this is just kind of the difference in team comp. And we're definitely seeing this. I'm glad you notice it and pull it out. And like we're paying attention to that. That's great. Oh, portal. I like this. Good job. Finding safety here is really important. Good. Okay, they ult. I like that. That's fine. Good timing. Good. Great. That's exactly how it should look, right? Where things are breaking down, you don't really have a strong front line. They have a very strong front line. And so you're going to be uncomfortable this whole game, and you're going to have to work hard to like find the spot that you can still get value and do what you want. So far, it looks like you're adapting really well and playing to it. Even though that's uncomfortable, it's just how you have to play when you have a team comp like this.
As you saw in the character screen, we were 3 tanks. So it was my Emma, Thor, and Angela. And I thought that maybe it would be good for them to go together because they have the team up, they have a little edge, and I should go support. But now I'm considering if I should have stayed Emma to provide some of that frontline coverage instead of doubling down and dying.
Was there a second support if you stayed Emma? Like, was the Daredevil on support pool? Or
No.
yeah, that's tough. I mean, you're not gonna win with. We actually just saw the rates. Like, playing with one support is basically a death sentence as far as win rate goes. This is a really tough situation for me to try to coach on because I only play tank. I don't have support as an option. And so my advice to you would be actually just to go with your heart and play the character that you enjoy instead of what is better for your team, and let people work around it. I think any comp can work. I think a full dive comp can work, and especially if you give in and you go really hard. But I don't think there's a right answer one way or the other. I think do what makes you most comfortable where you can play the best. If you look at your team comp and you see I have 2 dive tanks, I have a kind of like a dive DPS, kind of 2, kind of brawly dives, and you think, okay, I've been in this situation as a support and this makes me really uncomfortable and I'm not going to play well, then I would try to avoid that and go play Emma or something. But if you can be fine, because I know some supports actually like this, where they're running around and everything's in chaos and they always have to like figure out where safety is. If you can thrive in that type of situation, then I'd say go for it. Does that make sense?
I think those supports either play Rocket or Loki or Ultron.
Or Jeff.
Or Jeff, yes.
Yeah.
So maybe Invis is not the best pick for this team.
It's definitely not ideal. Invis really likes brawl and stability and piercing to get like all of her value. Again, you can make it work, but you'll have to play different, like we're seeing right now. And there's downsides, right? Like, she's already coming up on her 3rd and we're at 20%. So I like this. Once again, you're proving that you have the skill to do it. You have the awareness. You're backing up when you need to. You're finding safety. You're healing yourself. You have to play around your right click more with scattered comps. That's a good point, Shiro. Jeez. Okay. I want to see this. So this is something that we really have to be careful with scattered comps, is not wasting our shield. Because here, what are we trying to use the shield on? Is it just because we looked away for a second?
Yes.
Okay, so that could be a habit that might be screwing us over.
Yes, I rely a lot on my shield because I'm not too confident on aiming.
Ooh, okay, interesting. So it's not that we're relying on our shield; it's that we're using it in the wrong. Well, I guess that's good. We're using it in the wrong situation, and we have to identify like why we're using it here. It looks to me like your brain it's come up with a coping mechanism. You're coping with having to look away with, in this case, a diving, quote unquote, diving squid, right? You have a squid in your back line. You have to look away from the front line for a second to deal with it. And then when you look back, you automatically throw the shield out. And I want to make sure we slow that process down, because I think that's what gets your Thor killed here. Not gets your Thor killed, but you could have saved your Thor, rather. So be aware of that habit that we have. And maybe we'll see it later as well. Gonna get out, please. This is a situation where the only thing attacking you and the other support... I like that we back out. So if I were you, I would stand right here. And since there's the squids here, you can actually take advantage of this and stand with your other support. Take just a little bit of damage since you're pretty safe here. And then get yourself some ult charge, right? Or hopefully do that. So that'd be really nice. Especially since we've identified that we're getting our ult slower because of our team comp. Nice. Okay.
I tried not to screw the Wolverine over with the pool.
Yeah, good job.
I messed up the timing here.
If you hit it, it would have been sick. So, good stuff. I like the heads up play. Hitting utility, good. We have our ult now. Nice. Fortunate. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yes.
So it is really important to have our reactions tailored to exactly what's happening. So when you hear Strange ult, your first instinct should be to shield yourself or push, and definitely not jump. Versus other things where jump is the right answer.
It was worse than that. I jumped and I went to use the push, and that broke the fade.
Yeah. Really unfortunate.
I kind of forgot the Strange had ult.
Oh, okay. So we're not ult tracking properly then. Interesting. That's really good to know. So do you, when a situation like this happens, are you holding tab to check on your team and the enemy team and like plan ahead?
Always.
Or okay. Specifically like back here after you guys won a fight. Right, like right here, you guys got all of them. Are you holding tab here and checking?
Yes, I was thinking of the Groot ult.
Gotcha, okay.
That I identified that was the most dangerous thing right now, and I haven't seen it since 2 fights ago.
Interesting.
And I know he builds ult very quickly.
think right now Strange does build his ult really quickly. Yeah, look, he's already at 60%. Jeez.
I think our Thor also built quick ultimate very quickly.
Thor?
It becomes more obvious later on.
Oh, that's a good point,
I-
Carts. They say, remember you can use different cooldowns for Groot and Strange. Save ult for Groot and use push and shield for Strange. Yeah, that's a great point. So we can tailor our responses to the situation. So when you press tab and you look, okay, they have a Groot. I could either ult or I can kind of help with my shield. Namor, I can help with my shield. Deadpool, I don't really have to worry about. And then Strange, I could ult, I could shield, I could push. So if you identify, I can use all of these for that. Then you start with like the most restrictive, right? Groot, push isn't really going to help. Shield is not really going to help either. So you have to use ult. So then I'm not going to use ult for Namor or Strange, right? I'm going to save that for that. And then you can kind of divvy it up. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course.
So you were saying something about this situation.
I responded to the Groot ult. I wanted to wait just a little more, but I heard the Groot ult and I figured they will combo.
Yeah, I think you made the right decision there. Absolutely. Oh, we don't have anything.
I didn't expect it, so
Yeah. So now we definitely have to
I
make
was
a note.
going again,
Yeah, yeah,
but I got saved.
yeah. It was a little too late. And we get valuable information, so we got nice pull. We got to make sure we're adjusting our playstyle, and now we know, like, okay, their Strange can get his ult really quickly, so I have to keep it in mind now.
And he was becoming bolder.
Mhm.
He was coming to the back line. Whatever of a back line this comp has. He was coming a lot more aggressively.
So when we talk about intentionality with your pull and we talk about utility, you have to tailor that with the people on your team and the people on the enemy team, right? So if you look right now, just based on your team, how would you think about getting the maximum value out of your pull?
I would, when Angela kidnaps or Wolverine kidnaps someone, I could pull them again in case they use an escape cooldown, so we finish them off.
Perfect. Yeah. Is that something that you've thought about in game and are like
Yes,
prepared for?
I was aware of it with the Wolverine, but I haven't seen the Angela kidnap anyone.
She's been in backline mostly. I think she's been doing more assassinations than kidnapping. So as long as
I
we're
wanted
aware
to
of it
make
and we're
sure
looking for the
to-
opportunity.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I wanted to make sure I do not mess with the Wolverine grab.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it happen a lot and it's very annoying when it does.
Mhm. Yeah, you wanna. The way you said it was perfect. You want to. They kidnap them. You wait a second for them to use a movement ability to get back, and then you pull them back in again. That was great. Okay, I don't like that pull here. So pull is more to get people out of position, but here your tank died and there's not much kill potential because you guys are down. So I'd actually prefer a push here, just to give you guys some space. We're down 2. Uh-oh. Get out. There you go. Uh-oh. I just want to make sure we point out while we're here. There is a lot of actual like places to go this way out of stuff like this. That's just a bit of map knowledge. And I think this is also causing... This is a bit of spiraling that I think you could have cut off a lot earlier. Like way back here. At this point, we're down a tank. I would have gone all the way back to like here.
This is another big issue I have with. I'm obsessed with keeping uptime. I'm struggling to stay still, rethink of the situation, and then come back in. Especially with this team that I'm seeing that people are dropping like flies.
Yeah.
I'm reloading and they die. It was very stressful.
That's the most important time to actually take time out, come back here, and like chill. Because if you chill, they will also chill. If you enable them, they will stagger. Because, I mean, when you're playing tank, you go by your health bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if your health bar is going back up, you just keep going. If it's not going up and it's only going down, you get out. So you got to use that to your advantage and like really pull your team together.
Yeah, I shouldn't have went back in here. I understand.
Yeah, definitely not. And then you kind of push here with no real target in mind. If you come back and there's a strange standing here, that's a little different, right? He's threatening to walk into your space and then you can push him. But here it's more of like there's a bunch of enemies over there. I'm just kind of gonna throw it out. But yeah. So a lot of this comes down to is managing your emotions and your feelings, right? You mentioned before you have a feeling that you need to keep your uptime up, and like my team's so split up, so I need to be helping them all the time. It's like as long as we're aware of that, that's like the first step, and then the second step is actually, okay, I'm feeling this, but I need to not listen to that emotion, and I need to make the right decision anyway. It's really difficult. So sometimes it helps me to take like a sticky note, write down like, take a second. Something like that. Or like find cover and chill or something. Write it down, put it on the bottom of your monitor, and then whenever that feeling comes up of like, I need to be going, or whenever you look around and your team's dropping like flies, you take a look at that, you take a big deep breath, and then we reset, right? Because we can't let our emotions fully take over. They're part of the equation. We have to, because they're telling us something, and then we have to make the right decision based on the information that they give us. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, there's no time. And, oh, shield. Oh. You guys
That
cap
was
this?
another mistake.
Yeah, so that can be covered by, once again, we hold tab and then we actually assign our abilities to different things, right? So we already said Namor probably can just use the shield for. Strange will probably say push for, and then it was Groot for ult. And so if we already had that assigned, that speeds that up, that reaction. Oh!
This is my Emma taking over.
Yeah, you can tell. This is definitely what your tank should be doing. It's stupid that he's over here.
space. I calmed him. I told him to come and take space.
Yeah. Oh? Oh, almost. Yeah, yeah, good. Nice. Oh, 2 DPS pools in the same game. Almost. Ooh. Good. Ooh. Yeah, I can definitely tell this whole time you're very focused on surviving. And we kind of lose sight of the people that we need to heal. Because we're so focused on surviving. And like that's a skill that we have to build of keeping track. You know how you've probably heard me say this, but like when you're playing tank or something and we're in a big team fight like this, I usually say like pick one person and stick with them, right? The same can kind of be said for supports. And you pick a teammate and you're like, you're living. And that will kind of ground you. That will ground your focus of who you can heal. And then that way you can both heal and survive at the same time. Because if we don't have that like focus, then this is what ends up happening is we get really focused on survival and then healing kind of becomes secondary. Whereas if you're focused, then while you're jumping here, you're still looking this way. And then you land down, you're still looking this way, and then you like scoot over here to the side, right? So I think that skill, we really need to build that up if we're going to play support at the next level.
Yeah, I've never thought of it like that. Because everybody tells you that support needs to stay alive. That's the number one thing you should do.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that I was neglecting my team in that way.
It's not that straightforward of neglecting it. It's just a matter of like the next level, right? So it is true. That's your number one job should be to survive. Absolutely true. And if you have to decide between one of these tanks dying and you dying, you need to live. That's just how it goes. But if there's an opportunity or a chance for a really good player to stay alive and heal, they're going to find it. And so when you're playing against other people who are going to find that, you also need to find it. So it just... Basically, what I'm saying is we have to add another level of responsibility on top of it and just build that next level of skill into it. Because you're going to get outpaced by other supports who have both, who can... Like, that's one of the most frustrating things about trying to kill, like, a rocket, right? If I'm playing Hulk or Cap and I'm chasing a rocket around, a pretty good rocket will stay alive, but I will distract them long enough for their tanks to die. A really good rocket will not only stay alive, but they'll also heal in between staying alive. And that's just the next level of it.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
I get it. Yes. It does.
Probably over-explaining, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It helps.
Ooh.
The current score is 0-3.
Okay, defense is going to be hard. I don't like that we didn't start off, especially since we already identified that we're getting our ult slower. Why didn't we use our Vortex to like get some ult charge?
No. I remember I backed up quickly because the dagger was coming that she needed some help. I'm not sure why. I think she heard something.
I don't mind that we back up here. I'm more worried that like, so when
We are not,
the round starts, right here, you should already be here and throwing the orb. So the second that it starts, it's right here, and when they walk out, they take damage and you get your charge.
I'll still make you believe.
Yeah, it was a missed opportunity.
Yeah. You can't save that. Yeah, this is another situation where we would want to actually make space for our team. We have two people who are low. We're already down one. So just push them back and give our team some space. Because like when we pull, we're trying to get them killed, but neither of these people have the opportunity to kill somebody. Uh-oh. Oh, that's really bad. And then here, this is a situation of like knowing our escape routes. And then this looks like autopilot to me. This looks like, okay, I've identified a threat. I need to get as far away from the threat as possible instead of finding the quickest route to safety, which in my opinion would have actually been right here. And then you rotate around. Because all you need is to cut off line of sight from the big threat, right? Like this, you can't really do. It's right in the middle. Your team's going to kill it. But line of sight here is way more important than just like distance. Because we go this way all the way back to here and it's like still not safe. And now enemy can see us and they can still see us. Instead of going, you know, just use your shield though. But again, we're not getting to cover. We gotta get to cover. There you go. Much better.
A little slow here.
A little bit. How big is your mouse pad?
My mousepad is large. I just don't have a lot of space to move because I'm gonna hit my PC.
Oh. I like that push. Yep. Nice. Ah, you got ult there.
Mm.
Yeah. So this is one of those scenarios where we plan ahead, right? But then sometimes it just gets forced out, right? Ideally, it's like, okay, I should probably save it for Punisher. But if a bigger threat shows up, so I like that we try to use our shield here. I think it's just broken. Yeah, it's just broken. And then if there's just too much, you know.
I was a bit greedy with my ult.
Yeah. What's up, Okami?
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
So,
Fight on until the
yeah.
end.
Okay, that's not... Oh, Thor made it! Ult, ult. Okay. Was there a call there? Was your cloak gonna ult first?
It wasn't a call, I just noticed he ults first. So I
Okay.
trusted her.
Fair enough. Oh. Oh no. Okay. We're good. I got really sad for a second there.
I pay attention to that.
Good, good, good. I like that we don't ult here. I like that. Because there's a Punisher ult we're saving it for. Great. Oh, good pull. Let's go. Nice. Okami, let me know any micro mistakes that I'm definitely missing.
Get that vehicle moving again. Psionic burst.
Yeah. So okay, I'm hoping that we're seeing something here. Whenever we're holding tab and we're seeing a lot of threats, right? Strange ult, Namor ult, Punisher ult. Like that's 3 that we kind of have to deal with. When that happens, I think it's, especially since we've been caught off guard by Strange ult a couple times this game, I think we need to adjust our push and pull usage and start saving it more. And like only using it if it's like guaranteed, like this is going to kill somebody, or we're just going to save it for push. Because I think it's just going to be more valuable at this point. To save it for countering an ult. Woo-wee. Oh, that's...
I tried to
That's
call
brave.
it, but
That's a tank player. Okay, I like the timing. I think the idea here is great. You're like, okay, I gotta... Oh, what is this? You're like, I gotta wait a couple seconds to make sure the timing works out. But he's just blind. Like, if he sees you for half a second, yeah, you're just dead. Very... Timing, great, but you also don't technically have to be in the ult when you use it. So you can actually like hear. If it were me and I hear that, I'd scoot over this way and I'd throw the ult up like right here. Because he doesn't have to be in the ult either. What matters is your team is in the ult, and then they shoot into it and they don't kill anything, they don't see anything, your team can move around.
yeah, that is a lack of confidence to move to move my ult.
Ah. To survive outside of it, essentially.
That was pretty embarrassing. Because I saw him and I just thought, oh, he will just go away for some reason.
And then you use your pull like on an Emma shield. Yeah, I mean,
I
a
wanted
push
to get
right here.
the dagger behind.
Yeah, this is where your life needs to be more valuable than an enemy kill. For sure. You're an insane coach? You outdid yourself. What happened? I wanna know. What are we doing? Yeah, Ben, explain. What are you doing?
Let me remember. Let me remember. I think it was the Emma.
Yeah, this is a tank. This is not good. Yeah. Oh. Shield. Okay. We need to switch your mentality. Whenever you pick support, you're still very focused on getting kills. Your number one priority should still be to keep people alive. So like your priority needs to change. Right here we see, oh, like I can kill this range, which is great, but it's not as valuable as your team. Like you need to put a shield up here and like be ready for the follow-up. Well, fair. You didn't have your shield, but you're still your priority. You're still shooting this range. Like the way you need to think about it is these people can get kills, but they can't heal, right? Like this Angela can attack the Strange, but he can't heal. She can't heal the Cloak. So in times like this, like,
I don't give up so easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. I was too aggressive without good reason. It wasn't safe enough for me to be aggressive.
it wasn't safe for you or your team. And like if we just go back just a little bit, your team probably has a huge, like right here we have, you know, if they just have a little bit more healing here, your Cloak probably lives. This, like, everything's different. It really is just like that tiny change in your priority of like, I know that person's low, but that's just not my job when I'm playing this role, this character. Oh my.
I tried.
You're not afraid. You give no respect to a Strange. Like a true Emma main, which is great for Emma. Not good for Invis.
I think at this point I'm thinking, okay, what I'm doing is not working. Just healing is not enough. I have to do something else. But that something else isn't working either.
Keep up the momentum.
Yeah.
Thought you wouldn't see me again.
So where is that feeling coming from?
Because I'm constantly seeing my team in half health and dying.
Okay. All right. So we need to change the metric here. So what is? Because I don't think you needed to change too much of your plan here. Up until this point, I think you were playing great. Like there was like obviously little mistakes, but we don't need to change your mentality. It was like once we got to the point where you were attacking the Strange instead of helping, that's when things really started to go bad. Because like think about what they need to get it all the way to here, all the way to, you know, the full end of the map, versus like where they are right now. There's like a sense of panic of like, well, they're pushing it. It's like, yeah, they're gonna push it. It's okay. We need to chill more. They get it. They got it here.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Psionic burst. A little help, please.
Nice try. This is an example of like earlier mistakes catching up with you. Oh, this is not safe. You got to get farther out. Emma can stay here. Ports have to go here.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
We're lucky they're bad.
Feeling fantastic. Almost there. You'll turn back now.
That's not what you want to see when you switch.
I didn't I didn't see it.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep
So, do you have your healing priority in mind? Like who you should be healing first, second, third?
The support, my second
Yeah.
support. Then a tank that's low, then a DPS that's low, and then tank DPS.
Okay. Oh, nice. Nice. Good. Oh, good safety. Okay, good. Okay, so why is this situation different? So before it was not the right call to shoot the Strange. So hang on. Is this situation different? Should you be shooting the Strange?
Yes, because we are in a support ult.
Perfect. Ugh.
I was so mad at the Strange lead.
Nice.
I'm also noticed that I'm getting my ults much quicker because we also have a Strange.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
And your
starts
your
to give
Thor
me
is
a little
playing
confidence.
differently too. Oh, okay. Okay, so something changed.
feeling fantastic.
Something changed on the enemy team. Did we notice that they went Phoenix Punisher? They're
Yes.
much more poke heavy. Okay. So with that, we need to adjust our positioning. This was fine earlier, but it's not fine now. You need to have cover from the long range.
I was pretty sad here because I let my Strange die for no reason.
Yeah, that's just a positioning issue. And it also comes back to it's two things. So if we change our positioning, I think we're fine, right? Because we can still heal him, but we're not going to take damage to do it. And then the second thing is if he wants to play out here and you have to choose between your life and his, it's your life. You got to take it. And then worst case scenario is not only do they kill him, but they also kill you.
I'll fight for my family until the end. Much better.
Nice. Why is Phoenix doing this? Oh. Oh. Goated Angela. Throw that Phoenix through. Uh-oh.
She did
Portal.
it.
Portal. Portal. Goal. We can't face tank it. Oh, no. Ah! That's a lot of ults. Okay.
I wasn't sure if I should have went away from my ult at this point.
Yeah. So the situation's changed because you have a Strange. So you're kind of playing like we were before, where there is no safe spot and you're always kind of moving. But in a portal like this, basically you kind of just want to flip the map and like come back over to here. But we definitely can't be face tanking these ults.
By the eye
Yeah.
of Agamotto. Behind you.
I'll fight for my family until the end.
You can hide behind the portal. Yeah, that's a good idea. Uh-oh. Oh, now they have a Spidey.
Feeling fantastic.
Nice, nice.
I'm afraid we're out.
Get to the last second. Okay, so that's once again a situation where that skill set could come in handy, where we need to stay alive, but we also need to pick somebody on our team to live. I don't know how much it's going to help at that point in the game, but yeah.
Time to bring some light back to Arcee. Feeling fantastic.
Nice pull. I love that pull. Once again, though, we have our Thor dying early.
I mean, he's standing in front of 5 people, isn't he?
And he's dove in face first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not saving him. I mean, the shield would be nice, but yeah.
It broke.
You're not. Yeah. I'm not saying you even could use it. I don't even think the shield would help, even if it wasn't broken. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's so frustrating as a support. We're using our positioning we learned from first. Oh. Ah, we gotta wait. We gotta wait. Oh.
Oh, I mistimed it here. I should have waited just a little more.
A little bit longer, he dies. So, I was gonna say I like how we learned our positioning problem. We're rotating around the cart depending on where our tanks are, which is really good. That helps a lot. The one thing that I've noticed like this whole game is you don't really have a good sense of where your other support is. So like, how long is our Jeff half dead? Granted, like, he shouldn't stand there, sure. But he's half dead for so long. So important when you're playing support to know where your other supports are.
That was my issue with the front line, because I kept thinking that the tanks are falling over. I cannot look away from them for a second, but I got my other support killed, so it didn't matter.
So you know when you're playing Emma and you have another tank, like say a Mag or a Strange or something, and you know that little dance you do with the other tank where they go in, they use their shield, they use some stuff, and then they back out, and then you go in, you use your shield, you get some damage, and then you kind of rotate, right?
Yes.
You can do that with supports, especially when you play a character like Invis or Jeff, where you want to kind of rotate with them back and forth, and to where you're still looking at the tanks and you're getting your cleave all the way to the tank, but you're also getting the cleave through them, and you're paying attention to their health. Because if you're in front of them, you can't heal them, or else you'll have to turn around to heal them. We definitely don't want to do that, or else we're giving up the tank, like you said. So we have to find a way to do it. Now, if your tanks are way up here, and you're trying to be up here, and your other support is isolating themselves, like, that'd be a completely different situation where it's like, all right, if you want healing, you got to come to me, bud. But I feel like in this situation, let's try to implement that rotating, like being with our support back and forth a little bit. I think that'll alleviate a lot of the tension of forcing yourself to choose. Am I healing tanks or am I healing supports? Am I turning around? Like, we don't. That doesn't have to be your option.
Yeah, I
sound good?
see it. Absolutely.
Okay. That's kind of on Jeff for standing in the middle behind both supports. Absolutely. Definitely. But we can't control Jeff. We can only control our character, so we try to work with it. Nice. Going good. Push. Nice. Ah! Oh, good job. We made it. Okay, 90s. Okay, we got our ult. Our ult's gonna end first. They're still gonna be going. Right now. Great ult. Nice. Okay, a little bit of a panic there. Good. Fantastic.
You're about to see something very sad now.
Oh, but you did so good. Huh? Homie. Oh, no! That's so sad. Uh-oh. Oh, we're so split.
I was coming to them. I tell them, please come back. You are not stopping this.
Yeah, that's so bad. And no! Okay. So obviously this is not your fault. Like, if we're in overtime and we know they are switching to Strange because we're holding tab, and we're trying to cancel Portal, that's one thing. This is stupid. But that being said, you can't control them, but you can stay on point, and you just have to be ready to be like, okay, so. Let me put it in this situation. This is what I do when I'm playing Hulk, right? I'm right here on Hulk because I can jump here and in 2 jumps be here and exile it. And if I miss it, I'm going to jump right through the portal and then be back in the fight on point. So with that understanding, that's what good players are going to do. And so what you want to do is you want to prepare for good players and just stay here and be like, okay, they're either going to cancel the portal and then I get to walk on point, or they're going to not cancel it, but they're going to jump through the portal because they're close, and then we'll still fight on point anyway. That makes sense?
Take a look. Take a look.
Hook just fades herself off the point. So sad. You guys definitely could have won this game.
Yes. Yes. And this last round was on me.
Oh no. What the? That is... Oh, why do we... Right? Once again, we're kind of wasting our pulls. And then now we have a situation where, oh, we pull him right here? Oh! Our push and pulls need to be more intentional. Oh! That was a really good push. I like that push. You're down 2, you need some time. Makes perfect sense. Attempt. Jeez.
I tried to get in to get my ult, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And I saw this moment right here, and I said, "That's it. We lost. I'm done."
Yeah. So, This is really tough. This is really tough as a support because, like, what tools do you really have to deal with the Squirrel Girl? You guys are already down 2. The Squirrel Girl literally won the game.
Yes.
You'll have to keep fighting until you
Yeah. I think if we go, what could we have really realistically done? So here it's like, okay, there is a Squirrel Girl attacking me. I think over here would probably be better positioning. Maybe rotate around if you have time, but it doesn't look like you do. Well, you have a portal up. Maybe. Personally, if it was me, I probably would have just W keyed straight for our tanks at this point, right? Like, there's a Squirrel Girl here. I gotta get to brawl mode and like get in here. Maybe find my way over to here. But like, I mean, there's not much. This is just a good play by Squirrel. I'd push Squirrel Girl. Push probably would have worked. Push is a good idea here, because if you, the problem with running down here like I would have done is they can jump on top of you, and then I'm also putting yourself near the enemy team. Pulling isn't going to do anything because now she's just going to kill you guys, unless all 3 of you turn to look to kill her, but then your tanks are going to die. So that's a win. So push probably is the best option here. I think you had the right idea of like getting her off of high ground. We just messed up the execution. And then this hesitation killed us as well.
I was also searching for the Jeff pool. I thought that maybe I could find it inside.
Point. It was there.
I just didn't get there in time.
Yeah. Oh, it just
No.
disappears. I think keeping safety and numbers in mind and just like pop people off.
disappear so easily.
And then it would be nice to have our ult there, but like, yeah. That's a tough situation. So a lot there. I mean, a lot we can work on there. It's unfortunate the ending, but I think you have a lot of potential. We just gotta swap from tank to support brain. We gotta work on the skill of tracking a teammate through a fight while we're staying alive. I think that's a skill we really need to develop if we're gonna go higher up. And then of course like little things here and there. Watching our mentality, that we're not like swapping up our playstyle when we don't need to. I think that was a big thing. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you feel like we have a lot of things you can work on now? A lot of things, a little bit better understanding?
I think the biggest thing I need to check is my mentality, because I saw that I started strong, that I had control of the match, and I gradually lost it, and I started doing a lot of mistakes. Because I remember how tense I was feeling, and that I was part of the team, but I was alone. That nobody would build from me, nobody will focus the targets I'm focusing, nobody will help with the pulls, nobody will have my back. I was thinking all of those things, and I think that started to affect me little by little.
So how do we
see it.
cut that train off then? Because those feelings are going to come up regardless, right? You're
I
going to be in a
think I-
situation like this. Go ahead.
If I'm a little smarter with my cooldowns, I think I would have a lot more confidence because I think that because I misused my shield, I didn't have it at the time that I needed it. That lowered my confidence. If I have it, I should be fine.
Okay, so let's try to redirect that energy and like focus on using our cooldowns in the right situations and being a little more conservative, holding on to our cooldowns a bit more for the right situations planning. And that could just be enough to like trick your brain into relaxing and being confident in what you can do versus panic.
Everybody says that when Sue has her cooldowns, she's a raid boss.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to be thinking of that. That I have my cooldowns. I'm safe. I'm alright. I don't need to worry.
Yeah. I think so. People in chat are saying watch Seth Invis. I think that can definitely be helpful. We also still need to watch the Okami, where he's a raid boss with Invis and just carries in a Celestial game. So that'll also be helpful. So do you ever watch like high level Invis or anything like that?
I do. I watch them, and I always notice the shield. I notice that I use my shield a lot more. But that's because I didn't trust my aim that much. Now I think I can.
Now you can
trust it
pull
a
back.
lot more.
Yeah, your aim does seem good. I think, I mean, obviously, easier said than done, but a bigger desk with space really helps. But, no, I mean, there's only so much you can do. You have a kid. I totally get that. And space constraints.
Yeah, I
and
cannot leave my computer down.
Yeah. You gotta be up on the desk. So, yeah, but a lot to work on there. Thank you so much for the VOD. I hope it helps. Do you have any last second questions or anything to say?
I think I do. Was I playing too much forward? That's why their strength had access to me in the second round when we were in defense.
I wouldn't say it's that straightforward. I think that it was more a lack of respect in specific situations where you were more willing to take the fight against a Strange. I think so. The answer to that, because I don't want to bake in bad situations in order to fix that one. So if I say like, oh, you were, just too far forward, you need to back up, then that's going to go through your head in a lot of situations where you're actually in a good spot, you're going to play too far back and things like that. So I'd say look more specifically of like, okay, I'm dying a lot to Strange. I'm going to give him some more respect. So if he's in my face, once again, I'm going to hold my push and just get him out of there. And then if he goes in my face again, I'm going to move. I'm going to use my jump and things like that. So it's less a matter of like positioning and more a matter of I'm going to use my cooldown specifically to make it to where he's not in my face. I think Invis is one of the best in the game at that.
Yeah, I understand. One last thing. There is a very large gap between the healing, Cloak and Dagger's healing, and mine. Was it just that the character differences, the comp, or my playstyle?
It's a combination of the character difference and the team comp, I would say. Again, like Sue gets a lot of her healing from Brawl team comp, a bunch of people lined up together, and you get the Pierce and things like that. Cloak gets most of her healing from her ults. So she gets her ults frequently. It lasts 13 seconds, and we just have, a comp that takes advantage of the huge space that Cloak ult gives. And then Okami makes a good point. Invis has shielding as well to take into account. So like if you put a shield up in front of somebody who's taking damage, not only are you healing them, but they take 200 less damage to begin with. So if we look at your damage blocked, you blocked 12,000 more damage than they did. If you add that to your healing, because damage blocked is healing that you didn't have to do, the numbers are a lot closer. So even that is to take into account, you know? Plus, you know, when you throw up an Invis ult, they don't take as much damage because they're not being seen as much. So a lot of this is to say, like, don't worry too much about the numbers game. Like, there's a lot of information that's shown here that's not useful, and there's a lot of useful information that's not shown. So I don't think it's very healthy to look at the healing numbers in general. I think it's more helpful to look at, did I use my abilities in the right situation? Did I throw them out too early? Did I not have them when I really needed them? Those are much more useful and grounded ideas that you can actually work on versus big number better.
I'm using it more as a compass, because I'm doing that with Emma. If I'm seeing that my damage blocked is getting high and my damage done it's getting low, that means I'm not having a presence in the fight. So when I see that I have bad damage and bad healing, I see that I also don't make a presence in the fight. I have to do something to fix it.
I think that's going to cause more problems than it's going to help. I think on Emma it's a little bit easier, but I don't think it's useful. I think you should honestly like not look at the stat board that side at all, personally.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I think that might also be because we talked about your, you know, we're feeling like, oh, something needs to change, this is that could be influencing where that's coming from. Like always checking the stat board and being like, oh, compare the numbers, look at this, like that could be amplifying that feeling and adding to the stress that you feel mid-game.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd try a couple games, you know, maybe try like all of or like half of next season, you know, like try a whole week where every time you press tab, the only thing you're looking at is enemy team comp, and like planning for that, and maybe looking at your team comp for who has their ult, and like don't even look at the stats, like ignore it, and just see how that works for you. See if that changes your stress level and your planning.
I can do that. I can.
All right, perfect.
Hey, I'm excited to try this new approach out.
I'm excited too. Let me know how it goes. You know, join in chat and like after you played like a week worth of games, let me know like specifically how that affected your like your stress level mid game.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, GetBend. I appreciate you. Have a great day.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya. All right. That's it for this YouTube video. Always great. One-on-ones. Thank you guys so much. Take care. God bless. Catch you in the next one. Bye.